Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. All glories to assembled devotees. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from Texas College Station, welcoming all of you to Bhakti Sangha conference call. I thank all of you for attending this session. Please forgive me for interrupting your ecstatic chanting. I would like to read the 10 offenses to the holy name which are to be avoided, written by Srila Vyasadeva in Padma Purana. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the name of demigods like Lord Shiva or Lord Brahma to be equal or to be independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. Third, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance to the Vedic version. 5. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be an imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on the strength of the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in Vedas as fruitive activity Karma Kanda. 9. To instruct a faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10. To not have a complete faith in chanting of the holy name and to maintain material attachment even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must guard against these offenses in order to achieve the desired success of Krishna Prema. Once again, I thank everyone for joining today's Bhakti Sangha conference call. Let us move on to our next part of the session, which is Srimad Bhagavatam class. Before that, may I know who all joined this morning?
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga, and all the glories to the assembled devotees. This is Manjali Leela Devidasi from Naperville. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Manjari Leela Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj's. My humble obeisances to you and all the devotees. This is Krishna Kumari Devidasi from Raleigh. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Kumari Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation. Welcome to the call.
Hare Krishna, Gandharvika Mataji, my humble obeisances to you and all assembled devotees, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. This is from Pavani Shama Devidasi from Baltimore, Maryland. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Parambhavani Shama Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Mataji, for joining and giving your recitation on all glories to your services. Welcome to the call.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharvika Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. My humble obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. This is Sundarangi Radha Devidasi from Canada.
Hare Krishna, Sundarangi Radha Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining every day, giving your recitation and chanting so nicely, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Nadat Pranam. I offer my obeisances to all the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Ayan Shaha from West Bengal.
Hare Krishna, Ayan Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Very nice to hear your voice. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Bol. Is there anybody who'd like to introduce themselves? Please go ahead. Okay, we'll start the recording, Mataji. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Bhakti Sangha conference call. Today we are very fortunate to have His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhu to enlighten us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam, 7th canto, 15th chapter, verse number 10. Correct only, huh? Yes, verse number 10. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I request Parambhavani Shama Mataji to take from here. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Mataji.
Thank you so much, Mataji, for the opportunity of this seva to introduce us to this speaker. Dear devotees, our today's speaker, His Grace Sanatana Dharma Prabhuji, is a brahmachari from ISKCON Pune. He is a disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj and has been practicing Krishna consciousness for more than 12 years. Prabhuji has studied B.Tech from NIT Trichy. Prabhuji has worked as a senior manager in Tata Motors Pune. His current services include area management and project development head at areas around Pune. He's a counselor, youth and corporate preacher, congregation preacher, secretary at VOICE organization, and he is also a remote mentor for NBCC Pune Temple. Prabhuji knows many languages such as English, Hindi, Tamil, Malayalam, Bengali, Marathi, Telugu, and Japanese. His degrees include Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, IDC, and teachers training courses. Here was a very brief introduction about our today's speaker. Over to you, dear Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Parambhavani Shama Mataji. Thank you so much for that brief introduction. I don't think so Prabhuji is there on the call. We will wait for him. In meanwhile, if anybody wanted to introduce, they can go. Otherwise, I can chant Hare Krishna until Prabhuji comes. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare. I sent the message to Prabhuji's father. Maybe he will join. I'll continue chanting. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Krishna. Prabhuji is joining. I think he's supposed to connect with the audio. That's it. He's there almost. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much, Prabhu, for joining and giving your valuable association this morning and enlightening us on the topic of Srimad Bhagavatam. I now hand over the call. Before I hand over the call to Prabhuji, I request everybody to be on video if possible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vinita Gandharva Mataji, thank you so much for a very warm welcome. And let's hope other devotees also warmly welcome me in their hearts. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Slowly, everyone is welcoming me. Hare Krishna. Lalita Mataji, Dinbandhu Prabhu, Hare Krishna. So let's start with prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Mukam karoti vachalam panghum langaite girim Yat kripatamaham vande paramananda madham Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Shri Gurum Dinatarinam. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I'm just taking a minute, yes, to set up my screen. Hare Krishna. It's indeed a very great pleasure to be with all of you this morning for today's Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. And again, once again, from my side also, I request devotees to please turn on videos. For me, my enthusiasm to speak Srimad Bhagavatam and serve all of you comes by having blessings of all Vaishnavas. And I feel immensely blessed when devotees appear on the screen. Okay, so I made my request. Rest is up to all of you. All right, so we are discussing a very special chapter from the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And this is chapter number 15th. And the title of this chapter is very special. I love it. What is that? Instructions for civilized human beings. Hari Hari. So if you see, the Bhagavatam is instructions to human beings. But this particular section is specially indicating to instructions for civilized human beings. So let us try to understand who are civilized human beings. Correct? Any idea you all have who are civilized human beings? You can all give me in your chat. You can definitely tell me who are all civilized human beings. If you raise hand, then you also belong to civilized human beings. Yes, there is no problem. You can all devotees can raise their hands. You are all civilized human beings. But still, what does Bhagavatam mean by civilized human beings? Anyone? Try, please. I'm sure you have been hearing, you have heard all the. Today we are discussing sloka number 10, right? So 9 slokas have been discussed. Okay, the answer: those who are following the Vedic injunctions, they are civilized human beings. Okay, who follow principles of Dharma, they are civilized human beings. Who know the value of human life, they're civilized human beings. Following footsteps of Dharma, very nice. You're all such great philosophers. Krishna conscious devotees are civilized human beings who are Aryans. Prabhupada would, in his pronunciation beautifully, would say Aryans. So, who are Aryans or Aryans, who have etiquettes. All of them are civilized human beings. And every one of you is right, but you are not completely right till the time you speak what is going on in my mind. Hare Krishna. So then what is right? In one word, the civilized human beings are called as Brahmanas. Yes, in one word, one Sanskrit word. So this is an instruction to the Brahman category. So various types of Brahmanas are there. Yes, so I'm just writing it down so that you all also feel engaged. So these are all instructions for the Brahman class. Brahman. And Brahmanas are also divided into different categories. So various categories, there are different Brahmanas. So there are certain Brahmanas who perform the Karma Kand rituals. They are called the Karma Kand Brahmanas. They are considered to be the least. Yes, the least category of Brahmanas because they are interested to go to heavens and they're interested to promoting other also to heavens. Of course, they are pious beings. They are not attached to sense gratification in this world, but they would like to do sense gratification in the next bodies. So this is one category. Another category of Brahmanas are who are in the Grihastha ashrama. Yes. Now these Brahmanas are required. They are actually very self-realized. You cannot categorize them as less advanced. Right? You cannot categorize them as less advanced. They're also needed in the society. Otherwise, who will perform the different kinds of rituals? Like suppose you want to have some ceremonies. You want to hold some yajnas in the house. Who's going to perform? You'll call a Brahmana. You want to do Hom Havan. Whom will you call? You have to call Brahmanas. Bhumi Pujan. Whom you have to call? Brahmanas. You want to, install deities in the temple. Whom you have to call? Brahmanas. Temple deity worship. Teachers. So many astrologers. Doctors. So these Brahmanas are categorized, they are not ritualistic Brahmanas. They are actually very self-realized, but just to maintain some contact with the humans in the society. These Brahmanas take up Grihastha life so that they interact with the society members and uplift their consciousness. Then there are certain categories of Brahmanas who love to study the Shastras. They are Brahmachari Brahmanas. Yes. So these people are with the Shastras, sound vibrate. They love to recite mantras, shlokas, samhitas. That's the first training that is given, samhitas. Yes, as soon as a brahmachari joins ashram, he's trained in samhitas. There are about 20 to 40,000 shlokas, varies as per different versions. But all these shlokas, they keep reciting the different mantras and different meters. So brahmachari is very nicely trained in that. So this is brahmachari brahmanas who recite shlokas, mantras, and any particular kind of function is there, you'll always find the Vedic chants going on. So these brahmachari brahmanas, they come, they do the chanting of the mantras because that is their field, that is their contribution that they make. Then there is Vanaprastha brahmanas. These brahmanas are the wanting to do, they've after Grihastha they move and they along with their wives and they do a lot of austerities. There's Vanaprastha brahmanas. Vanacharis. They live in the forest, they don't live in the cities. These brahmanas live within the cities. They are called Brahmanak Brahmanas. Brahmanak means cities. And they are Vanaprastha, Vanacharis. Yes, so they are forest dwellers. And their goal is to do austerities, develop purity. Correct? They want to become very pure. They want to, they sense control. They want to have a complete control over the senses. So their goal is now they are aiming towards detachment from this world. And finally, once they're sufficiently detached, then there are Brahmanas who go about and preach. So they are sannyasi Brahmanas. They have no other business than to simply traveling, going, meeting. Even Vasudev, he tells this beautiful shloka to, I think the Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 8th chapter. Mahat vichalanam nrinam, grihinam dina chetasam, nishreyasya Bhagavan. So beautiful shloka he speaks, welcoming Gargamuni. So Gargamuni, when he comes there, so that time our Vasudev, he really encourages him and he says, Mahat Vichalam Nrinam, you great souls, Mahats, who are really self-realized, Mahatmas, Vichalanam, you keep wandering from one place to another. Why? Grihinam Dina Chetasam, those Grihasthas who are not very advanced in their consciousness, Nishreyasaya Bhagavan, in order to give them deliverance, give them spiritual knowledge. For that purpose, you travel and preach. So these are all the various categorizations of civilized human beings. Was the introduction of the topic helpful for all of you? Was it good? So whom this chapter is meant? So how many of you feel that this chapter is for us? This is for, you feel relevant. You're able to connect to this chapter, or you feel still it's not for us? Okay, some of them are, I think some of them are agreeing that it's for us. Some of them are very humble. We are not civilized. We are uncivilized. They're still having that humility thread. However, since it is Srimad Bhagavatam discussion, we will have to go ahead in our discussion. So it is for all of us. So we have to take these instructions very seriously. So in the first 11 slokas, that is what has been discussed. See, now we need to understand how much Bhagavatam is giving emphasis. The ceremony of Shraddha. So that is the main theme. Shraddha ceremony. So we'll read the sloka and then we'll understand the context for those of you who come newly. Those who have been attending this particular series definitely will have an idea what's been happening. So the discussion is on how the civilized human being should perform the Shraddha ceremony. All right. So that is the whole purpose of this section. So we are on 10 sloka, one sloka before. We are there. द्रव्ययज्ञैर्यक्ष्यमाणं दृष्ट्वा भूतानि बिभ्यति एष मा करुणो हन्यात् अतज्ञो हि असुत्रिप् ध्रुवम्. Somebody would like to read translation for me? Who would like to read? I have muted everybody. Yes. Kripamai Sita Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you, Mata. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dandatvam. Translation.
Mataji, you got initiated?
Bhakti Vedanta Prabhupada, Prabhupada ki jai. Am I audible, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, I'm asking. This is your initiated name now?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Acha, congratulations.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Dandatvam.
Yes.
Translation. Upon seeing the person engaged in performing sacrifice, animals meant to be sacrificed are extremely afraid, thinking, this merciless performer of sacrifices, being ignorant of the purpose of sacrifice and being more satisfied by killing others, will surely kill us. Purport, Prabhuji?
Yes, the translation is enough. Thank you for reading. We'll go ahead. So now what is happening? We have to understand a little bit. Now for Shraddha, for whom is it offered? Let's try to understand the context. What is Shraddha actually? Shraddha is offering to ancestors. Correct? So Shraddha is an offering which is made for the Pitras. So we'll just have a brief discussion. I have spoken this many times in different forums and over here also I have spoken about this. However, in order to set the context, we need to discuss. So this is our Bhumandala and we are in Jambudweep. In Jambudweep, there is Bharatvarsha, we are in Bharatkhanda. This is our place where we are situated. This is then above the Bhulok, there is Bhuvarlok. Yes, so Bhuvarlok, the sun planet belongs to the Bhuvarloka. Even the Yaksha's planet belongs to the Bhuvarloka. Yakshalok is the immediate Loka up. And then above is the planet of Moon planet. So this Moon planet is actually Swargaloka. It's divided into two halves. One part the Devatas stay and one part Pitras. They stay. And every month, these Pitras, they drink the Somaras. They get to drink once a month. Somaras they are drinking. So if you see, when the sun is up in the Uttarayan for 6 months, so this 6 months is there 12 hours daytime. And then this 6 months is Dakshinayana. This is the night time. And one particular, so in a period of 24 hours, animals eat 3 times, human beings are supposed to eat 2 times, and devatas eat 1 time. So once in a year, we are supposed to offer Shraddha as an offering to the departed ancestors. So from our family, 3 members From both paternal side, maternal side, mother's side, father's side, 3 members are there in the Pitraloka from our side. As soon as the 4th member joins here, this member will go ahead. This member leaves. That is how this cycle happens. Correct? And usually who goes to Swargaloka, they are given an aerial mansion. Like the stars. You've seen stars? We say this, right? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. It looks like that. But actually they are not diamonds, they are airplanes, Vimanas. So inside the Vimanas, there are a lot of facilities for sense gratification. It looks like star like this, but actually it's a Viman. In that, the heavenly souls who are in the Swargalok, they are there, they enjoy for a minimum tour package of 10,000 years. That is their package. And then when the package is over, the shooting star, the star breaks. How many of you seen a shooting star? Yes? You know what is the meaning of shooting star? Shene Punya Martya Lokam Vishanti. Hare Krishna. Once their Punya is over, now they are coming back to this mortal material world. They are coming back to the earth to perform more Punyas or Papas, whatever it is. So that is a shooting star. Tara. Tutta hua tara. In Hindi, they say Tutta tara means it's a broken star. So that person is falling down. Okay? So this is what happens. But those who do not have sufficient Punya to enter here in the Swargaloka, they get residence in Pitraloka, half of the moon planet, where they drink somaras. And for them, we offer the one-time food in every day. For them, it's 24 hours. For us, it is 12 months. So once in 12 months, we offer. So if you see, there are 5 things which are banned in Kali Yuga. In Kali Yuga, we are not supposed to do. One thing is cow sacrifice. Ashwamedam. Sorry, Ashwamedam is horse sacrifice. That means nobody can actually send out a horse, challenge everyone and perform the Ashwamedha Yajna to become Samrat. There is no Samrat in Kali Yuga. So the first thing that is banned. The second thing which is banned is cow sacrifice, Gavalambam. So many times, in order to test the mantra, there are 4 types of Brahmanas. Yes. One is called Advaryu. The Advaryu Brahmana recites the mantra in such a way he produces fire. Yes. Then there is Hotra. Hotra Brahmana, what he does is he puts the ingredients, the dravyas. Say Dravyagnya. Ingredients. Dravyas is put. And then there is Udgata. He recites the mantras. The very well qualified Brahmanas, without making mistake, they will recite. So he recites the mantras. And in order to manage the whole setup, there is Brahma. He's the head. He will ensure that everything is going on properly. He's the overseer. So when Udgata is reciting the mantras, in order to test the potency of mantra, till now it has worked or not. Imagine you do a sacrifice for 1000 years. After that, when you put the final Purnahuti, Swaha, that time it doesn't work. Then your full yajna, your entire yajna is waste, right? It's gone. It's over. One Dirgha Swar, one Komar Swar, it's all over. So that is why, in order to ensure that this particular yajna is going well, time to time, they sacrifice a cow. The purpose of sacrificing the cow is not to drink the blood of the cow or to taste the meat. The purpose of this sacrifice is to ensure the mantras are reciting properly. This is the goal. Mantras are properly recited. Yes. So in Kali Yuga, there are no Brahmanas available. Yes, such trained Brahmanas are not available. So please don't do this also. There are no Kshatriyas. There are no Brahmanas. So no horse sacrifice, no cow sacrifice. Kalau Shudra Sambhava. Yes. The third thing that is banned is sannyas. Now this particular sannyas is not the sannyas which is awarded by Prabhupada in ISKCON, or the sannyas that Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur took, the sannyas that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took. This is not that sannyas. So this sannyas, what is banned is Mayavadi sannyas. Yes, the strict Mayavadi sannyas. This is banned completely. So in Kali Yuga, do not follow. Vaishnava sannyas is allowed. There is no problem with that because Vaishnava sannyasi is Yukta Vairagi. So this kind of sannyas, because there is nobody qualified for this also. You don't have that much of tapobal, you cannot do that much. You will be a mithyachari. So better is that you remain grahastha. The fourth category is Devara Santanutpatti, Devara Putrotpatti. Suppose Putrotpatti, yes. Utpatti means to beget, Putra means child or daughter or son, Devara means brother-in-law. Suppose there's a lady who loses her husband very early and she was not begotten a child, then she may beget a child from her brother-in-law. This is called Devara Santanutpatti. This is allowed in the Shastra, but again in Kali Yuga it's not allowed. Yes, because people are lusty, very lusty. They are not proper. They are not proper human beings. And the last thing that is mentioned, which is to be avoided in Kali Yuga, is Pailapatra. This means offering meat to the departed ancestors. Offering meat in Shraddha is avoided. No. Because people will whole scale eat meat. They will celebrate Shraddha every day. Yes, oh, our ancestors are wanting. So let us do this and we'll celebrate. So this is a kind of thing. People will, miss the point and they will end up breaking all regulative principles. And that is why this is also not. Are you all with me? If you are with me, please turn on your video. I want that kind of assurance. So please turn on videos and show. Yes, Prabhuji. Our blessings are all with you. Thank you. Some of them are there, some of them are thinking. No problem. Okay, so this is the context. Now we come to the text. So now suppose even when the meat is offered, there's a proper way to offer the meat in the Shraddha. But civilized human beings are advised not to do this at all, even if it is Satyuga. What is the 8th sloka? 7.15.8. In the 8th sloka, Krishna is very, very clearly telling. 7th sloka, I'm sorry. One should never offer meat, eggs, fish in the Shraddha ceremony. Krishna is not pleased. Finished. The 7th sloka, I'll show you. Just 3 slokas before you go here. Yes, 7. What is being spoken? A person fully aware of religious principles, that means a civilized human being, should never offer anything like meat, eggs, or fish in the Shraddha ceremony. And even if one is Kshatriya, he himself should not eat such a thing. Kshatriyas are sometimes given concession in Apad Dharma, but still one should not eat if you are a civilized human being. When suitable food prepared with ghee is offered to the saintly person, the function is pleasing to the forefathers and the Supreme Lord, who are never pleased when animals are killed in the name of sacrifice. That's it. So there is only one and only duty for the civilized human being to understand if Krishna is pleased or not. If Krishna is not pleased by offering meat, one should not offer. Yes. If one is offering, then we are not civilized human beings. Correct? So I hope I was able to set up the context very nicely. So that is the whole principle of the instruction to civilized human beings. The whole crux is conduct your activities, including Shraddha, in such a way that the Supreme Lord is pleased. Correct? Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Not Samsiddhir Indriya Toshanam, Samsiddhir Kutumba Toshanam. No. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Krishna should be pleased. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. It's an interesting purport. Let's see. Animal sacrifice in the name of religion is current practically all over the world in every established religion. Hare Krishna. Animal sacrifice in name of religion. This is happening. Yes, which religion we are referring to? We all know that very well. In fact, the name of the festival only starts with the slaughtering of that animal. I don't have to mention details, but you all have understood what I'm trying to say. If you have understood, please turn on videos. And if you have not understood, also please turn on videos. Both the cases. Yes, I'll put in the chat. You will all understand what I'm referring to. Haribol. Yes, the name starts with goat. It's a goat that is meant to be sacrificed. Of course, but there is a way to do that also. There's a particular way to do that. Here, although they call it as Bakrid, what they do, this is what I've heard, is that Bakra means he goat, and Bakri is she goat. So they do not do anything to the she goat. The she goat is kept very nicely so that she can beget more goats and they can also take milk. But the Bakra, the he goat is useless. So what they do? They slaughter the he goat. Yes, that's why it's called Bakra Halal. They call it Bakra, scapegoat. Correct? And even there is a proper procedure for this, which is hardly followed. They cut the animal in such a way it suffers least pain. The meat is divided into 7 portions. One can partake only 1 portion. He has to donate the other 6. And many, uh, science is there behind this particular sacrifice. Yes. Previously, at the advent of Kali Yuga, there were many big sacrifices, fire sacrifices being performed. And the Brahmanas, they were slaughtering the cows and they were drinking the blood and eating the Brahmanas. That is when Buddha had to appear to stop this. Because in the name of religion, there was a lot of different kinds of sacrifices that's happening. And people are eating. Name of religion, they're doing sacrifice and they're eating meat. So Buddha had to come. He said, what is all this? He said, Ahimsa Paramo Dharma. The highest religion is ahimsa, non-violence. They said, but it is there in the Vedas. He said, reject the Vedas. So that the poor innocent animals can be saved. That was the purpose of Buddha. Yes. There is one more thing. I had gone to one particular place in South India. I don't want to tell the place name of the place. And it was some festival, Durga Mata festival. So morning we had gone out and we were going to get a very senior brahmachari to our center. So I was preaching there many years back, almost more than 10 years back. So we went to get the preacher on the station. We had gone to pick him up. And then we were bringing him. When going, everything was normal. When we came back, we saw that there were 2 hands, red hand impressions there. And I was talking to the other preacher. What is this? This was not there when we were going. We were a little afraid to go. And as soon as we went, they'd hung a goat upside down and they'd slit the throat of the goat and there was blood oozing out. And they call it celebration of religion. This is some festival that they're celebrating to please the Devi. So many times people think it's all right to offer meat to Parvati Devi, Durga Devi, Kali Mata. But we need to understand Parvati Devi is a pure devotee of Lord and she's a chaste wife of Shiva. So what does a chaste wife do? Chaste wife eats the remnants of her husband. And Shiva is Vaishnavana Mata Shambho. He will not eat anything that is not Krishna Prasad. So Shiva eats Krishna Prasad and his wife eats what is there, Shiva's Mahapaha Prasad. Then who eats the meat? Question mark. So Prabhupada writes this in the 5th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. When the dacoits were about to slaughter Jad Bharat, so that particular section, he writes that actually this meat of the animals that is offered to the goddess is eaten by her associates, who are all Pishachinis. They are ghosts, spirits, and hobgoblins. So such people, they eat that meat. And people who eat that particular meat, which is the Maha Prasad of the ghosts, spirits, and hobgoblins, they also develop qualities like that. They become ghosts. And they behave like ghosts also. Hare Krishna. So like this in the name of religion, many things are going on. So Prabhupada is giving the example of Jesus Christ. It is said that Lord Jesus Christ, when he was just 12 years old, he was born in a Jewish community. He was shocked to see the Jews sacrificing birds and animals in the synagogues. Synagogues are their temples. The place of worship of the Jews is called as synagogues. And that he therefore rejected the Jewish system of religion and started the religious system of Christianity, adhering to the Old Testament commandment, thou shall not kill. Hare Krishna. So this is the history behind that commandment. Prabhupada, this is very famous, line of Prabhupada. So many times people would ask, why is the Christian preaching not working? Prabhupada would say that's because you are not following what you're preaching. Oh, what is it? What is it that we are not following? What is it you are not following? Thou shalt not kill. Prabhupada would catch that point. Where are you following this? Jesus says in his commandment, thou shalt not kill, very clearly. Why you are not following? Very dangerous to see the Christian religion. They have translated many of the testaments in the Bible into the local language. That's good. They want to preach, but they have modified many words. So there are some versions which says, "Thou shalt not kill." Means Jesus said, "Thou shalt not murder human beings." But what about animals? They are also living beings. Then they come up with the theory, okay, actually animals do not have soul. This is so-called popular belief among people that animals do not have soul. Yes, so we can eat them. Yes. So this is the kind of mentality people are having. Correct? And many of the versions, yes, one of the versions, they have translated thou shall not kill as do not do narabali. That means do not slaughter human beings. Don't murder. That's how they have changed this instruction. But as such, it was Jesus who added this particular among the 10 commandments, thou shall not kill. This particular commandment was added by Jesus. For what purpose? Because he was not very happy with the Jewish system of sacrificing poor and innocent birds and animals. This is not pleasing to Krishna. He knew that. Now what has happened? Now this particular testament is not being followed. As per the Catholics, they would eat meat. Yes, there's a regulation. Regulation doesn't mean allowing. Now you see, government allows the consumption of liquor. One person is given one particular quantity of liquor per day. Why? Is government promoting? No, they're restricting. The very fact that you're restricting means you're not that much encouraging this particular practice. So there is a restriction on meat eating. The very restriction shows that it is not something which is encouraged. So Roman Catholics would eat meat only on Fridays. But then they changed it. They would eat meat every day except Friday. It was changed conveniently in order to satisfy the titillating tongue. Hare Krishna. At the present day, however, not only are the animals killed in the name of sacrifice, but the killing of animals has increased enormously because of the increasing number of slaughterhouses. Yes, this has become the very big business. Slaughterhouses, chickens, goats, cows, buffaloes, all these poor creatures are slaughtered, factory, one by one. And people are, feeding on that mass. There's a lot of demand. There'll be supply only when there is demand, is the demand supply chain. If people have desire to taste, right, then definitely there will be supply. Prabhupada said, yes, we all have to drink the blood of the cow. Yes, we should all drink the blood of the cow, but in the form of milk. That is healthy for human civilization. Somebody who drinks only um, the blood of the cow directly without it being processed as milk, he's a demon. Prabhupada writes this in the section of the demons, Hiranyaksha, Hiranyakashpu. In that particular section, he has that asuras and demons are blood drinking monsters. He writes that word, blood drinking monsters. So, like that. So, mother cow who is giving mother, she's a mother, right? When who gives milk is mother. Atma Mata Gurur Patni, Brahmani Rajapatnika, Dhenur Dhatri Tata Prithvi Matara Sapta Smrita. 7 types of mothers. Dhenu, she's one of it. Dhenu means cow. She's a mother. She's not an animal actually, but is very, very sinful. Sometimes one can eat creatures of lower consciousness, maybe goat or some other animal. But eating cow? No. Dog eater is the lowest human being. Is the lowest of all human beings. A cow eater is not a human being, he's monster. That's why Shastras don't even say cow eater. He's monster actually. That's what the Shastras say. He's not a human being, he's unfit to be human being. So civilized human beings do not eat meat. Yes, and neither do they eat meat in the name of some religious sacrifice. They don't do that. Right? Slaughtering animals either for religion or for food is most abominable and is condemned herein. Yes, this is the whole part of this section. Civilized human beings should not offer meat to ancestors. Shraddha should contain only the sattvic ahar. That is the purpose of this whole section, nothing else. Yeah. So, in fact, slaughterhouses are being opened. I just wanted to say, make a point. There was a study, statistical study, which said the slaughterhouse consumes a lot of money. A lot of money is wasted in slaughterhouse. In fact, in the slaughterhouse, if it's opened, the kind of energy that is used, energy, money, time, effort, and so many resources. If that much of money, resources, time is used, it can feed the entire hungry population of the world. A slaughterhouse in the United States can be stopped for one day you stop the slaughterhouse, the entire population of the world can eat one time meal. That much of money is saved because a lot of money goes in meat processing, in cleaning by putting water and transportation. Lot of money is wasted. And in fact, the money that is required to feed one person of meat, the same money can be used to feed grains to at least 2-3 families. One person, 2-3 families, which is more. So little bit. So there is no scarcity. Isha. Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamujachyate. There is absolutely nothing which is scarce in Lord's creation. Everything is complete. But we are mismanaging the resources. There is a huge mismanagement because of one reason. Prabhupada says, I was hearing a beautiful morning walk by Prabhupada, and that Prabhupada says there is mismanagement of resources because the people are blind. They are simply blind. Everybody is blind in Kali-yuga. Yes, they're ignorant, blind. So there are 4 types of blind people. Correct? Who cannot see. Nacha pashyati janmando. Janmanda is one who is blind from the birth. Dhritarashtra. Kamando naiva pashyati. Bilwa Mangal Thakur. He is Kamanda. Because of his lust towards Chintamani Vaishya, he did not see the snake. He did not see the flood. He did not see his wife's dead body. He just went on. Madonmattana pashyati. Indra. Because of great pride, he could not see Brihaspati having come. Brihaspati came to the assembly. Indra could not see because of his pride. Madonmatta. He was blinded by mother. And arte dosham na pashyati. Valmiki. When you're too determined to earn money, then you don't see the fault in your occupation. Arte dosham na pashyati. Along with that, this whole civilization, without the proper Shastra Chakshu, you are blind. So spiritual master through his Vani gives the Shastra Chakshu. And one who is a Brahmana, civilized human being. Brahmana is one who has 2 eyes. The one eye is Shruti and the other eye is Smriti. So thus one gets a complete Shastra Chakshu. How to see this world in the proper perspective of the Shastras. Shastra Chakshu. Right? Unless one is merciless, one cannot sacrifice animals either in the name of religion or for food. Yes, such a person has to be merciless. And there are 4 limbs of Dharma: cleanliness, truthfulness, austerity, and mercy. Swachha, Satya, Tapa, and Daya. So the limb of mercy is broken. Such a person, if he's performing the animal sacrifice. I just want to take one shloka from Bhagavatam before we conclude. Very famous shloka. I'll show you that verse. Nivrittatarshairupagiyamanat bhavaushadhachotra manobhiramat ka uttama shloka gunanuvadat puman virajyeta vina pashugnat. Glorification of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is performed in the Parampara system, that is, it is conveyed from spiritual master to disciple. Such glorification is relished by those who are no longer interested in false temporary glorification of this cosmic manifestation. Descriptions of the Lord are the right medicine for the conditioned souls undergoing repeated birth and death. Therefore, who will cease hearing such glorification of Lord except a butcher or one who is killing his own self? So, such kind of butcher mentality will never ever develop taste for hearing about Lord's glory. Yeah. The Lord's glory one cannot hear. That's a danger. Pashugnath, one who's killing the animals. One may say, I'm not killing the animals, I'm only eating. Yes, such a person is also sinful because you want to eat, that's why they're killing. Right? So, this particular section is a very clear cut message that civilized human beings do not take part in any kind of meat eating, in any kind of religious ceremony, especially the Shraddha. That is the sum and substance of this particular section. Yes. And the one way in which devotees, there's meat eating going on in very large scale. The one way in which devotees can actually stop this, put an end to this, is prasadam distribution. So cook very nice preparations, offer to the lordships, and we'll see that once that person takes prasadam, then there is no question of taking non-vegetarian food. I was just uh, being with one person. There's one devotee, and he was very much interested to share with me how he came to Krishna consciousness. So this devotee was telling that, Prabhu, as I was very, very sinful. I said, yes, that is everyone's story. Before meeting Prabhupada and devotees, everyone was sinful. So he was saying, I was very sinful, so sinful that I never considered any tithi. Every time I will need meat in my diet. Without meat, I will not eat breakfast. Without meat, I will not eat lunch. I will not eat dinner. I always wanted chicken. Without chicken, I will not eat. So that is my main food. I said, okay, then what happened? So one day, there was one of my college friends. He dragged me and forced me to come to one program. And after coming to the program, I was trying to attend the particular class. I couldn't understand anything in the class. And they said, in the last, there will be prasadam. So prasad means I thought some laddu they will give and they'll send me off. They gave plate. What will be there in the plate? So that day there was khichdi and some fryams, chips, in a standard menu. That is considered what khichdi. So this person said that number one, I never had habit of sitting down and eating. They made me sit down. Number two, I am roti wala, roti. I want to eat roti, chapati. I don't eat rice item. This is a rice item. Number three, I don't have habit of eating with hand. I will eat only with spoon and fork. They didn't give me that also. Number four, most importantly, I cannot eat anything without chicken. I need meat. So they were asking, please give me meat. So this program was happening in Maharashtra, and in Maharashtra, meat means salt. So they brought salt and they gave him, this is the meat you will get, okay? Hare Krishna. So these guys went away. So he was looking at the friend, what man, come on, this is not my type of diet. I am not used to sitting down. I'm not supposed to eat without spoon. I'm not supposed to, I don't know. I don't want to eat like this. I want to just go away. He said, just take one bite. So far he had the worst of experiences. What a lecture given by somebody who's bald and having some hair, making me sit down. What is all these things? I will never come again. He had decided never to come again. In fact, he decided not to associate with this fellow only. He's gone mad, nuts. But as soon as he touched the khichdi prasadam, something happened. As soon as he touched the khichdi prasad, there was some magic. He decided, let me at least try it. So he just took a little bit, he put it in his mouth, and some magic happened. He was like, my God, I never had such nectar in my life. He went out for the second. He ate. He kept eating. Then the devotee came. Second round, Prabhu, do you want more? He said, yes, please give more. And he took second serving. He took third serving. In fact, all other devotees had gotten up. Devotees sit down, they talk to each other. That all that Leela happened. Devotees are all, he was the last person who was still continuously taking. His friend was telling the hostel gates will get shut. Please come. He said, you go. I want to eat this. And he developed such an affection and taste to eat this simple khichdi prasad. Yes, when he was leaving the program, he took a commitment that I will come again. And as he kept coming again, each time there was different variety that he got. Sometimes there was jeera rice, sambar, and some sabji. So eating. Then he started serving. And one fine day he decided, after regularly coming to the program, he started understanding the philosophy. He gave up meat eating altogether. And today he's an initiated devotee. Haribol. Yes. So this is the hope for all of us. Yes, we have prasad distribution. When devotees distribute Krishna prasadam and people have Krishna prasad, they will understand. They actually, this is the easiest form in which one can understand Krishna. Then all this propensity to eat meat and all other garbage of this material world, that goes away totally. Yes. And then after having prasadam, definitely the next thing is what will come out? Radha Krishna Gunagao. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So like these devotees, he became wonderful devotees. So like this, many devotees have stories of how they quit meat and they could meet prasad. M-E-A-T meat, they quit, and they M-E-E-T meat, how they met Krishna prasad. In our Sanskrit, prasada has a particular definition. I've never shared this in this forum. Prasad is Devanagari. It's called Prabhu ka Sakshat Darshan. It is having the direct association with Krishna. Prabhu ka Sakshat Darshan. That is prasad. Hare Krishna. I would like to pause here and invite devotees for questions or comments, feedback, anything.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you very much for your wonderful
Hare
class.
Krishna, Nagarjuna
Devotees,
Prabhu.
if you have any questions.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, kindly please go ahead.
Oh, I think the subject matter is all clear for devotees. Yes, Neena Mataji, go ahead. You can even ask out of syllabus question. You don't want to stick to the topic, you want to ask something else, go ahead. No problem. Neena Mataji, where are you? Can you raise your hand? Okay, we'll allow everyone to mute.
I unmute.
Unmute. Okay, I also did that. We allowed everyone to. Sorry. Yeah. Now you can unmute and speak, no problem.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj. What a wonderful class, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. We are so indebted to you. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, Prabhuji. I have one little question. So thanks for explaining that about the Swargaloka, that how we become like little stars when we go to the Swargaloka. So when each and every individual, they depart, they end up into their own Swargaloka through their mind in an illuminated state of star?
Yes, I will. That's the philosophy that people have in India. That when somebody dies, he becomes a star. No, star is an aerial mansion. Okay, it's an aerial mansion, just like you have Pushpaka Viman, right? In Ramayana, we hear of Pushpaka Viman of Kuber. You heard that? It works on mantras. So similarly, this is Swarga Viman. This is actually an airplane. It's an aerial. It's a mansion. It's a home. It's an estate, but that's hanging in the air. And it contains all facilities, apsaras, gandharvas who are singing for you, music, dance, sports, food, all individual facility for that jiva that contains. Right? It doesn't mean the person who dies becomes a star. No. The person who departs, he gets a particular star. Right? And thus he resides there. Is it okay?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Thanks for sharing. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Preeti
Preeti
Mataji.
Mataji, kindly please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Danda Pranam. Prabhuji, what is Ulka Varsha?
What is
Ulka Varsha.
Ulka Varsha?
So many stars, yeah, coming down together.
The Ulka Varsha. Okay. Graha Ulkavat. This comes in Shastra also. Graha Ulkavat means the different kinds of meteors, shooting stars. That is what is Ulka Varsha, correct. Ulka is the shooting star. When the person's life, now duration of life is like minimum 10,000 years. Somebody is more punyavan, you will live for maybe million years, whatever. So once that duration is finished, then the star breaks and that is falling down. The mansion breaks off. That is called Ulka Varsha. Is it okay?
But it is a particular duration. At that time, so many stars are coming down. That is called Ulka Varsha. Otherwise, a single stars is coming down.
So Ulka Varsha also happens, and usually Ulka Varsha happens to denotes a very, it's an omen. It's an omen. Apashagun we say, right? It's an omen.
Okay.
Seeing of a meteor is, yeah. It's an indication because omens are given in the sky, in the prakriti, in the material nature, in one's body.
Mm.
I told you this also before. So
Yeah,
some of the
yeah.
omens, they come in
Yesterday's
the
class.
sky. Yes. Like sometimes you can see that there is thundering, lightning, untimely. And there is no, but lightning is there, but there is no thundering. Sound doesn't come.
Oh.
That is one. Or huge sound comes. Tumultuous sound. Surrounding the jackals are crying, vomiting blood, like that, vomiting fire, jackal, she jackal, crying, and that is a apshakun given by animals and surroundings. Third thing is if left eye is twitching. For a man, left eye twitching is inauspicious. Right eye twitching is auspicious. For woman, left eye twitching is auspicious. Right eye twitching is inauspicious. So body also. So body, heaven, and earth gives different indications to give omens. So such a Ulka Varsha is actually a bad omen. Is it okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, there's a
Thank
question by Her Grace Revati Priya
you.
Mataji. Yeah, please read.
Yes.
Nagarjun token read.
Hare Krishna Prabhu Pranam. May I please ask, does everyone who leave their body go to Pitruloka?
If yes, next one.
If yes, at what point their next journey determined?
See, by default, three Pitras are always there. It may not be that everybody goes to Pitraloka, but our ancestors are there. Now, I'll just give an example. Suppose we are in our Bhuloka. Okay. Ancestors are in Pitraloka. So there are three ancestors here. Generation 1, generation 2, generation 3. Now, here in our family, generation 1, generation 2, we are also there. This is us. Example. Now, suppose this ancestor departs, but he is not qualified to get the punya to go to Pitraloka. Okay, fine. So he goes somewhere else. Need not be. Even to go to Pitralok, you need to be Punyavan. So then these three ancestors remain there only. Till the time one ancestor comes and relieves them, they do not go. That's what I have understood. Another thing is sometimes he may be very much Punyavan, he can go to Swarga. He need not go to Pitralok. So not everybody goes to Pitralok. Those who have sufficient Punya, but little short of heavens, they go to Pitralok. Is it okay? And those who worship the Pitras go to Pitralok. That is also there. Pitrnyanchi, Pitrvrataha. Hare Krishna, thank you for this
Thank you
wonderful
very much,
class. When
Prabhu.
we buy grains, fruits, vegetables, milk, offering to lordships, do pious credit go to shopkeeper as well? Just comparing all sins when meat is served, seller, butcher, transport, cook, etc. Quite possible. Yes? Yeah. Very possible if you take, because that person is also an instrument, right? In making bhoga for the Lord. Definitely. Why not? We can pray for that person also. He's making this thing available for us in order to serve Krishna. So devotee, see, when we get the credit is got to the degree we have connection. So when you get the sin, to the degree you're connected to the sin, to that degree you get sinful reaction. When you get the punya, to the degree you are connected in contributing to that punya, you get the punya. Similarly, when you get Adhyatmik Bhakti Onmukh Sukriti, to the degree we are connected to that particular spiritual activity, to that degree, the connection you get. Spiritual benefit also. Is it okay? All right. We have time for one last question or comment and then we can close. Does prasadam help to get realization? Enormous realizations. Yes. A lot of realizations we get just by having prasad, provided we honor prasad in the right consciousness. So as one devotee, he would take prasadam. Before he would take prasadam, Jai 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 Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki Jai. Next Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Kunj Bihari ki Jai. And then Jai Jai Shri Shri Radha Govind Dev ki Jai. So in that particular consciousness, Radha Krishna Gunagao. So that consciousness is there, definitely you'll get a lot of realization. So what happens to the ancestor who is released from the Pitraloka? Yes. So that ancestor will go ahead and continue his karma. Wherever. As per his karmic creation, where he's supposed to go, he goes there and performs his karma. Grace Chintamani Mataji. I think this can be the last question. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, such a wonderful class, and especially the last story of the person who converted as a result of prasadam. And I was just appreciating Prabhupada and the mission. I mean, so so strategic in a way, and by including prasadam with every meeting. MEET is what I meant. And every katha, I mean, there has to be prasadam to attract and bring so many
Can
people.
I just make a statement?
Yes.
Any meeting without eating is cheating.
Yes.
Yeah, go on, Mataji. You were saying something.
Yeah, no, I was just appreciating that.
Thank you.
Prabhupada has really.
Very true. Thank you for appreciating.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for the wonderful classes.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to all the wonderful devotees and especially the Bhakti Sangha Japa group admins for giving me this opportunity to do my humble service to all of you. So thank you all very much. Jagat Guru Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Samast Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Gratraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you,
Wonderful class.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mataji wants to say
Thank you,
something.
Gauranga.
Prabhuji.
Nitya
वैष्णवेभ्यो
Gauranga.
नमो नमः वैष्णववृंद की जय
Nityananda.
Bhakta
Much
Koti
Prabhuji.
Vaishnava
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Bol. Thank you,
Hare
Prabhu. Thank
Bol.
you.
हरि बोल
Something,
Prabhuji for
Prabhuji, you were
wonderful
saying
class.
something. Can you say that?
Thank you. I think there's one Susilpa Mataji. I just saw her raising hand. We thought that we could. Yeah, she's here. Yes, Mataji. You want to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you so very much for the opportunity to speak. And first of all, thank you so very much for your association and the class. So grateful to you. One question, Prabhu, how do we approach? I know you did mention about the prasadam, but not all the devotees would be coming to the program or have an opportunity to take prasadam. So the example that you gave in South India, very much valid, but that's a festival. But we do see our relatives to start with, the close relatives around us. They do know what we are following. They do know the importance. They do know the benefits, but they cannot come out of it. So how to approach them on this sensitive topic of meat eating?
Hari.
Thank
We
you.
don't tell them about meat eating. We don't give them feedback. We feed from the front. Prasadam. That's how we begin their journey. First, feed sufficient prasad. Let them appreciate prasad. Yes, let them appreciate kirtans. So let them first, we make them appreciative to the Krishna Prasad, then the Krishna Nam, then the Krishna Bhakta Sangha, the Krishna conscious philosophy, gradually step by step. And once they develop a sufficient appreciation, that is called as Bhakti Onmukh Sukriti, then they develop that qualification to listen and follow the philosophy, which is going to be heavy like a thunderbolt. So we have to go step by step. Is that all right? So slowly
Yes,
we have to
Prabhu.
make a beginning. Prasad, it should start. Give them prasad, let them appreciate prasad. Make a
So
beginning.
invite them to our house,
Yes.
offer them.
Prabhupada always kept this
on-
formula. Just add a little Krishna. This is Prabhupada's secret of success. In everywhere, you would add little Krishna in their life. We also have to do that intelligently. Okay?
Got it, Prabhuji. Thank you so very much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare. I take all of your leave. Hare Krishna. Dhanapram.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Wonderful class as always. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, we'll end the call here.
Thank you,
Thank you
Bol.
so
Hari
much,
Bol.
Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.